I think we're working now, are we?
We're getting there, yeah.
Okay, just ignore the last 5 minutes.
Chaos has reigned.
Yeah, we'll cut that off the SoundCloud.
All right, we've already got at least one live listener. Shout out Christine in London.
Well, she's probably turned off after that shambles.
I'd imagine she's entirely turned off everything to do with this. But yeah.
But anyway, do you want to reintroduce yourself? You are.
I still, despite all the chaos, all the madness, I endure and I struggle, and I am Sam Binga.
Good.
And you?
I'm simply Matt from Concepts. There's been no struggle on my end. I've been okay, I think.
So yeah, that was before this was Selecta J-Man and Ryder Shafique.
Nice, good tune that is.
Yeah, some people have been. I put a post up on my Instagram because you know Ryder, he needs a bit of a push,
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd give the lad a bit of a helping hand.
Nice. That's the kind of guy you are.
That's the kind of nice, supportive lad I am for the little people because they keep me humble.
Yeah.
Anyway, and people were commenting saying it's got like what's that represent tune? Brown paper bag kind of vibes.
Yes, that sort of double bass vibe that you don't really hear that often anymore. So it's good to see the return of the double bass into the drum bass sphere.
Indeed. Pesce had a few good... Maybe a Pesce Artist Focus at some point, just to annoy young Matt with more 90s throwbacks.
More people he's never heard of. Yeah, and talking of Matt, who's not here, usually his one and only job is to read out the SWU text line number, the burner number, which we will be accepting shout-outs and complaints, which you've already had one of, and various comments and feedbacks. And the number is 07895 619 666.
I liked your emphasis on the 9 there, 07895. Just in case you're thinking it's 07885, it's not.
Which is an obvious mistake to make, isn't it? So 07895 619 666, all the sixes.
Devils inside the ride. We have a few more people locked in. Hold tight, Devon, out in Colorado, I believe. Danny Skrilla, locked in from München.
Oh, nice.
Matt the Alien, out in Vancouver Island, I think, in British Columbia.
Got a nice spread of people there.
Yeah, and Barry Glenn, Scottish, but also I think living in Canada.
Barry Glenn. That's a very Scottish name.
The Barry of the Glens.
Barry of the Glens, yeah.
All right, anyway, so back to the tunes. Next up we have...
Well, I imagine next up is one of Matt's choices.
Yeah.
So we will... Do you want to pretend to be him and sort of just impersonate him?
Yeah, it's okay. It's got
the drums, it's got the bass.
Sci-fi, do you know what I mean? Lot of elephants in it. Elephants? There's a lot of elephants in the room. Some elements in the tune as well. You know, I'm wearing a nice jumper.
Stampeding elements throughout the tune.
This one is by Azfim. It's called Take It Back. And, you know, I wish they would.
We don't even need Matt. That was probably better than...
It's superfluous to requirements.
SWU.
Alright, so do we know anything about Azfim? Well, stop the press.
Okay, stop.
He's draped up, he's dripped out, and he's in the studio. Literally walking through the door, wearing one next level jacket.
That's MC Grinder, isn't it? Just walked in.
It is MC Grinder. And a bang. What is that jacket, Matt? Come on, hop on. Your mic's up. Talk to us.
We've got to get the shoes on as well. I mean.
Oh, jeez.
I left.
Is this why you were late?
I literally left like 25 minutes early, and the Uber driver just took me like the completely wrong way.
Get a Voi. There's no point getting an Uber in Bristol. Just get on the Voi, isn't it? You know this.
Me and it was all a bit mad. So.
I don't know where your shoe starts and the sock stops.
Come on, let's look at these shoes. Lift them up. Lift up the shoe.
It's just long now.
Well, tell us about. Oh, yeah, I've seen those before. They're whatever.
Yeah.
No, come on. What's his jacket? What's his
Got a
jacket?
security tag on.
I don't know. I've literally just landed. Just give me a second to compose myself.
It's got smiley faces on it. It's got camouflage smiley faces.
It's kind of like, like old school, like Mickey Mouse kind of. What's the dog from Mickey Mouse called?
Daffy.
Pluto.
No, he's a duck.
Goofy.
Once again, we're stuck on cartoons on this show. Is it Mario?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mario.
Is that a new purchase?
Yeah, I got it like before lockdown. So.
Okay, right. Yeah. So, any time in the last 2 years is basically new, isn't it? That applies to
Yeah,
dubs and garms. And is that a Fresh Trilogy Tapes T-shirt as well?
Yeah. It is. Shout out Blues.
Yeah. Do you know what? Big shout out to Blues. Great shop in Bristol. If you like the drip and you haven't been there yet, I would recommend it. I was going to wear a T-shirt I got from there, but I flopped it. In fact, no, I got this in New York. What are you wearing, Matt?
Well, as we often discuss in the show, my garms are normally supplied exclusively by Debenhams, but unfortunately, because as most people will be somewhat aware, Debenhams closed down last year, or even early this year, but I'm wearing some Next garms, and I mean that literally.
Some Next garms, fam.
It's
from Next.
Top by Next and shorts by Next. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're a loyal customer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, the tune in the background is. We've got a second drop still, which will be different to the first because that's how drum and bass works.
Yes.
Is by Lenzman. No, it's not. It's by Redeyes featuring Lenzman. Is that him on the vocals?
Could be pitched up a little bit.
And it's called "Got to Change." Let's give it a bit of a run out.
Okay, are we all settled now?
I think we're getting there. I think the shock of, do you know what? One of the mics wasn't working before you got here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
getting started.
all this kind of technicals, and then obviously the shock of your amazing jacket and powerful T-shirt. Just put us over the edge of just excitement, chaos.
There was a lot to take
readability.
in a short period, wasn't there?
Sensory overload, which brings me on to something I want to chat about. The first couple of weekends of being back in the rave.
Yes.
Yeah, do you know what? It's actually been really good.
You've been all over the gaff, haven't you?
From Bristol to Manchester and back again,
Yeah.
which is literally over the west of the country.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. I've had some really good shows. I did Thekla for my new Leng on Friday, and it was great. I was it's a weird one going back to it because, you know, it's obviously been so long we've been off, and, you know, what are people going to want? Are you still relevant? And the answer is no, I'm not. But it's no.
Samu?
Binga, I thought he did dubstep with Scream.
Yeah.
But no, it's been really good fun, and it's also really nice to play all the tunes you've been making in lockdown and be like, oh, actually, most of these don't sound terrible. So yeah.
And also probably not just the stuff you've made, but the tunes that have been released over the last 18 months.
No, just the stuff I've been making. I just play what I make. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What's changed for you? Like, has anything changed noticeably since like before lockdown, like gig wise? And
I'd say I've got more handsome and probably a bit more charismatic. What about for you?
I mean, I haven't played a gig
The
yet,
opposite.
so no, I can't
So
say.
less handsome and less charismatic.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's changed? I don't know. I mean, it's a weird one because, like, you can definitely anthem bash at the moment. Like, everyone is just so ready to be out and hearing stuff. You know, like, it's hard to play a set that's too obvious.
Right.
But I think you don't have to do that. But I think also just understanding that is like people just want to go out and be like, yes, some familiarity, some comfort again. It's not like you have to be pushing the envelope out with every single tune. So I've actually really enjoyed it because
there's plenty of time for that, isn't there? Hopefully.
Yeah, well, hopefully, unless this is the end of dance music in the next few months, but
yeah,
I assume it wouldn't be. So yeah. Have you guys been out to any raves as punters?
I have. I went to one on Saturday evening, which was like a party. It was just billed as a party, but then it ended up being Dye was there playing back to back with Crust and Inja Pom mic, and it was great. I was sort of didn't know really what to expect, and then got my little boogie on, and went down to Best One and got me a little blue bag full of rum and beer, and danced the night away listening to the sultry tones of Inja. It was great. It was really good.
What was Dye and Crust back to back like?
Quality.
Yeah.
Quality. I mean, it's a bit of an older crowd there because it was like this guy's like private party that kind of opened up to mates of mates, but there's probably about 200 people there, and it was great. And they played a wicked set. Yeah, it was grand.
Wicked. Well, I guess maybe that's a good way to lead on to the next bit, which is, you know, as Dye and Crust, obviously veterans in the scene.
Yes.
This next one is one of my choices. Think Tonk x DRS, who I think at this point definitely qualifies as a veteran, and featuring Rago Loco, full Manchester collection. And this one is called Does My Head In, which would apply to COVID. So yeah.
Let's hear it.
SWU.
A hater told me that you're never gonna make a legend. It's guilty by association, so I cuffed his brethren. My words are worth the weight in gold, I know you won't forget them. Nobody's sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in. A hater told me that you're never gonna make a legend. It's guilty by association, so I cuffed his brethren. My words are worth the weight in gold, I know you won't forget them. Nobody's sticking to the code, at times it does my head in. Does my head in, yeah, does my head in. Nobody sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in. Yeah, does my head in, yeah, does my head in. Nobody sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in.
It does my head in, just imagine. Fans call me legend, haters say it has been. It does my head in, I need a bloody aspirin. 2020, everybody's body
You see
rocking.
the things that you portray, everything you're not. In the city where we're from, they'll take everything you got, whether you wanted it or not, yeah. Whether you wanted it or not, yeah.
And when you are not the person you betray, things will surely worsen. It's a burden to be fake, whether you wanted it or not. Whether you wanted it or not.
A hater told me that you're never gonna make a legend. It's guilty by association, so I cuffed his brethren. My words are worth the weight in gold, I know you won't forget them. Nobody's sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in. A hater told me that you're never gonna make a legend. It's guilty by association, so I cuffed his brethren. My words are worth the weight in gold, I know you won't forget them. Nobody's sticking to the code, at times it does my head in. Does my head in, yeah, does my head in. Nobody sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in. Yeah, does my head in, yeah, does my head in. Nobody sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in.
It does my head in, just imagine. Fans call me legend, haters say it has been. It does my head in, I need a bloody aspirin. 2020, everybody's body rocking. Fucking, I like it, man. It's getting boring, man. Let's talk about boring money.
You see the things that you portray, everything you're not. In the city where we're from, they'll take everything you got, whether you wanted it or not. Yeah. Whether you wanted it or not. Yeah.
It's doing my head in, I need a paracetamol. They don't wanna battle cause they know I'll beat them all. It's doing my head in, I need a ibuprofen. They don't wanna crash cause I'll write off all of them. It's doing my head in, I need a paracetamol. They don't wanna battle cause they know I'll beat them all. It's doing my head in, I need a ibuprofen. They don't wanna crash cause I'll write off all of them.
A hater told me that you're never gonna make a legend. It's guilty by association, so I cuff this brethren. My words are worth the weight in gold, I know you won't forget them. Nobody's sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in. A hater told me that you're never gonna make a legend. It's guilty by association, so I cuff this brethren. My words are worth the weight in gold, I know you won't forget them. Nobody's sticking to the code, at times it does my head in. Does my head in, yeah, does my head in. Nobody's sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in. Yeah, does my head in, yeah, does my head in. Nobody's sticking to the code, sometimes it does my head in.
It does my head in, just imagine. Fans call me legend, haters say it has been. It does my head in, I need a bloody aspirin. 2020, everybody's bally rocking. For real. Real. You know the real. Righteous. So I'll grow, flash up on the light.
SWU.
I know you don't like space. It makes you feel afraid. Why? Now our interactions go misplaced. We're no longer interlaced still. You make me feel guilty for rebuilding. Admit it. You make me feel guilty for existing, cause you wish we were. Don't tell me it's lifting. You can't seem to wake up. Oh, you make me feel guilty for existing. I wish you'd stop. Now I know where we stand in this sensation. Cause even when we stop and start, I wish you weren't my counterpart. Climb for you all the same. You grabbed me, no exchange. An unfair token. I'm limping away. You make me feel guilty for rebuilding my temple up. You make me feel guilty for existing, cause you wish I couldn't. Without you, without you. Did you think it would get this far? Did you think it would get this far? Did you think it would get this far? You make me feel guilty for rebuilding. Admit it. You make me feel guilty for existing, cause you wish we were. Guilty. Do you really wanna make me feel guilty?
SWU.
So yeah, this one Kasra Guilty featuring Catching Cairo. And what do we think Kasra's guilty of? Embezzlement?
Signing us three.
Oh, yeah, mostly that, which is probably a form of embezzlement. We're probably a tax write-off, aren't we? A lot of us.
Probably, yeah.
So, yeah.
The accountant's choice.
Yeah, that's what they call us.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should call our night, because listen, in a shock announcement, I'm going to let the cat out, the non-existent cat out of the imaginary bag, which is that, and this is that you heard it here first, we are thinking of doing an event. We haven't planned anything, we don't have an event.
This is an announcement of an announcement.
Yeah, at some point, big news coming soon. But the big news isn't now. No, I think we should throw a show.
I'm there. Just let me know when and where.
And you'll be away.
And I'll be away, mate. So I've got a holiday booked.
Gotta go a yurt, mate. It's glamping. Yeah, I think it'd be a vibe. Maybe
definitely. I'm up for it.
Less talking, perhaps. And by less, I mean none.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's some cool spaces come up in Bristol recently.
There are.
So yeah, we could do some fun stuff, I reckon.
So keep your ears peeled and your eyes open.
Yeah, and your feet washed, because no one wants smelly feet in the rave.
Along, definitely wash your feet. So Matt, you chose that track. Any thoughts? Any feelings? Anything you want to say?
Good tune from Kasra. It's got lots of musical elements in it.
You heard it first. Matt approves of Kasra's tune.
Sounding good. Yeah. No, it's good.
It is a bit more melodic than Kasra's usual efforts, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm rating it for sure. Yeah. It's sounding cool. Excited to see what he's got coming up next.
Yep. Okay. I've been told I got.
It might be a good time to mention that Kasra has just recently released a cassette, believe it or not, of a mixtape that he's done in order to raise money for two charities, which I believe are BLM and
Trussell Trust, which I think is food banks. Yeah,
exactly. Yes. So go to his Bandcamp or Critical's Bandcamp, check that out, and you could be receiving that.
It's an exclusive mix. It's got a load of dubs on it. It's got some stuff I think that it's got one of my unreleased bits on it that we've played in this show before.
One of Matt's. Exactly, yeah. A lot of unreleased music on there, some critical classics. It's a cool mix. Go check it out, and you're doing a great thing by buying it.
The packaging looks great as well. I think it's digital download as well on Bandcamp.
Possibly, yeah. And we've actually got one to give away in the upcoming competition, so keep your ears open for that. So
keep your ears peeled and your eyes open and your feet washed.
Exactly.
Okay.
What's up next?
Inferno DLR remix by Bredren and Taxman.
Yes, This was my choice. This is Brussels meets Manchester, remixed by Bristol. The original came out in 1985, and they're doing a little remix EP, and this is it. It's DLR on the remix.
Is it actually come out in 1985?
Yeah.
Oh, the label, not the year. I thought they were on some kind of like. I thought it was like some kind of remix of an 80s classic. I totally blanked on that.
SWU.
Man will get burned like a pan to a hop. I'm a boss, but I've yet to pay the cost. Some will call me crazy and others will say I'm lost. See me in the party with the powder and the vase. Came to get paid, so I never take a loss. The kid from Hume who was schooled in the mosque is hitting them with fire or I'm hitting them with frost. Only speak truth, lines never get crossed. That's why I always shine like I'm gloss. Don't do the devil and I don't do God. Plus I ain't the type to do any old job. Do my own thing, don't go star up. Do it with the team or I do it on my time. When I'm up front, reel them in like a rod. See the crowd come together like peas in a pod. Taking over shit like the mob. Man will get burned like a pan to a hop.
Standard Tonk in DLR drums there, I'd say.
That's what he does best.
Slapping.
Slapping, man. We got to give a shout out to Prisma46, locked in from Colombia.
Colombia.
Bow.
Nice.
International crew inside the ride. Okay, I believe we have the competition next.
Yes. We're up to that part of the show already, have we? So, for new listeners, we have recently in the last few months started a competition where we recreate a track with our mouth, and it's previously been me, but this time I've handed over the microphone to young Matt the second, as he was just called by Ollie, and he's taken over. So do you want to take over from here and tell us what's happening?
Basically Matt set me the task of recreating a track with my mouth, and this is what I did, and
You're the Alan Shearer of this radio show.
Tim,
So what have listeners got to do, Matt?
So you got to text in, and the text line is 07895 619 666.
And what are they texting in?
So you're texting in the track title and
the artist. What do they get? What do they win?
And so what you win is it a cassette?
You get the cassette. I mean, yeah. So the last guy that won the last competition, he got a record and some stickers. This month we've got a cassette coming your way. The aforementioned
exclusive limited edition mixtape.
There might be something else in there, but you get looked after. You get looked after for the cost of a 10p text. You'll get sorted out. And we're looking for the first person to text in.
Okay, ready?
Let's run it. Gotta say that is
amazing.
Really well produced compared to the other ones.
I'm gonna have to wheel that.
Wheel it. That deserves to be wheeled.
It's almost like I do this for a real job.
Almost
it's
like
crazy.
that. It's almost like that. But you've added like effects. There's
Yeah.
like phasing going on
Then
there.
you gotta go in.
Flanging, there's
Do
a
you
bit
know
of
what I mean?
reverb before the drop. I mean,
I think
that sounds like a day's worth of work on that.
Nah, it took me like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's showing off now. Yeah, for you maybe. For me, 20 minutes, bro. Anyway,
Next
right.
thing.
Once again, the competition track, Hyroglilfics on the remake. It's like my days. It's like a cover version. This is like a country and western show now.
Honestly, if Hospital don't sign me, like
Hospital or 985
or any other
Or
label,
any label, any drum and bass
possible
label.
out there. as the station manager said, you are, if you're tuning in right now, you're listening to SWU FM.
Playing the best in upfront drum and bass.
If you haven't listened to drum bass for a few years,
that's exactly what it sounds like
the
now.
state of the scene's at, yeah.
It's just really avant-garde, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we've got to give a virtual round of applause to Hyroglilfics. In fact, a very realistic round of applause to Hyroglilfics. Young Matt the second has smashed that one.
Yes.
So yeah, keep the text coming in, and you have a chance to win. Up next, I think it's another Glyphy Selecta. This is a tune you've been working on, right, Matt?
Yeah, this is something I made a couple of weeks ago in the studio with a rapper called Stinking Slumrock. And
does he smell?
A little bit, yeah.
Oof.
No, it doesn't. No. So yeah,
sounds like a type of cheese.
Stinky Slumrock.
Yeah.
Well, bring it out after Christmas dinner.
Yeah. Oh, a nice bit of stinking Slumrock with cracker. Go down well.
I love the different approaches to music on this show.
But it is what it is. 1-6 all night, madness. Just tryna grab a big bit of swallow, wreck a flip when I wanna hide under the mat. What it is. Focus, take two, pass it. I know something I wanna try to this all because the flavor's never come. That's what it is. 1-6, bring fuckeries out in abundance. So I don't wanna hear no whinging, whining when we come edge at the function. Because the scriptures locked it. Ram out the boat and dungeon. I got the alcohol down. Now it's the sticks and marks. They call me that skater boy now. Me and Morpheus making legs now. Me and Morpheus making waves on the baby mothers one. Misbehave. Feel a spliff again, yeah, that's lemonade. Big renegade when I hit that stage. You ain't ever had your brain turn nick. I'm flip the script, I'm right back again. Cause Matt is different, breathing, galloping, see some stallion G's and slow dumb. That's fallacy, please. My vanity deep when damaging beats. Two twist up tiger as trees. What's that you wicked never be? Those things need love too, but I still dust out after catching that beat and ow. Cause life is way too short, that's why I stay calm and pick my words. Got them chewing up their old jaw when I catch reload on the dance floor. Can't get enough, they always want more. Begging, pleading, man to go raw. Fuck that, can't be risking my form. Man, them doing up uni dawns. May I stay into a madness was formed. Booth was a pit, so Mike it got scorched. Man, I took keys like they be Scott staunch. When I catch slushy in your west Porsche. When I got cocky in your west hands. Need to get paid, I need a few bands. I need to get blazed, I break a few grams. Even when thrust, I stick to my plans. Axe click, 1-6, all night, madness. Just tryna grab a big bit of swallow, rack a flip when I wanna hide under the mat. That's what it is. Fastest, 4 juice, take 2, pass it. I know something I wanna try tax this, all because the flavor's never good. That's what it is. Axe click, 1-6, bring fuckeries out in abundance. So I don't wanna hear no whinging, whining when we come edge at the function. Bring up the scriptures locked in, ram out the boat and dodge. I got the alcohol down, now it's the sticks and monster. I ain't tryna intimidate, but sit back, rude way to meditate. Every day I come medicate, cause that shit up on my mind elevate. Every day we gon' celebrate, cause tomorrow might grab you and not hesitate. It's calm, I ain't tryna be bold or tryna slide through an older my stinky man. Yeah, now that down, I got that I'll find you like all my daily dash. All of these tweakers looking around like eyes that break again. I just strap the reefer, ignite the feature, then get on my way. Liquidly, so you know I need them. I even treat her wine off these days. But she don't give a D, now she don't give a fuss. As long as man come with a Lemmy and Boss. As long as man come with a Remy and Trees. Now she blessed, now she don't give a D. As long as man come with a couple of G's. As long as man come with a couple. As long as man bring around something for free. Release all my guys from HMP. Fed shutting up shop like HMV. Slicks work for the agency. I evade them needs, cause never ever placed by me and sister. Keep drifting, might pipe at your waist, big sisters. Take distance, my wristless. Will lick off your old damn system. That's what it is. 1-6, all night, madness. Just tryna grab a big bit of swallow, rack a flip when I wanna hide under the mat. That's what it is. Fastest, 4 juice, take 2, pass it. I know something I wanna try tax this, all because the flavor's never good. That's what it is. 1-6, bring fuckeries out in abundance. So I don't wanna hear no whinging, whining when we come edge at the function. Bring up the scriptures locked in, ram out the boat and dungeon. I got the alcohol down, now it's the sticks and monster.
SWU.
So we can assume that will be out on Blah at some point, yeah?
Yeah, at some point, yeah, I think.
Speaking of you and Blah, you've had a record out with Lee Scott, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just it dropped like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Yeah.
What's it called?
Gate Click Shut. And,
what does that mean?
It's an ambiguous title.
Okay, nice. That's the best titles
you'd
always are.
You'd have to ask Lee. He kind of came up with that.
What does it mean to you, Gate Click Shut?
The end of one period and start of another.
Snake eating its own tail, the Ouroboros, that kind of thing. Yeah, science fiction.
What's that little triangle thing that Palace used? That's like that, isn't it?
I used to know the name for it, but
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah.
The Palace Triangle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. How was it working with Lee?
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was good. A lot of it was like a lockdown project, so a lot of it was sort of recorded remotely and whatever. So yeah, it was cool. It was a good little project to do.
And that's out in full on vinyl.
It's out on vinyl. I think the vinyl's sold out now. Cassette sold out.
Cassette, nice. I think everyone's going for these cassettes at the moment.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you can manufacture them in less than 9 months or whatever.
And they're cheaper than vinyl, I guess, as well. But yeah, basically it's out now, and yeah, go check it out if you haven't.
Fantastic, yeah, big ups. Alright, and keeping on the Hyroglilfics theme, this section of the show is very Hyroglilfics focused. Up next is a tune that is dropping tomorrow by me, Hyroglilfics, and Redeyes, called Dutty So on My Label Pineapple. And this was like a weird over multi-year project, but let's not carry on talking, I'm just going to play it, I think.
Yeah.
That's my style, them I know. Why is it so dirty so? I'm so wild, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I roll. That's my style, them I know. Why is it so dirty so? I'm so wild, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I roll. My profile, my photo, all the girl them love me so. Them never will see me go, but them love when me come out. My profile, my photo, all the girl them love me so. Them never will see me go, but them love when me come over. Girl pray up me like something. See me pretty face when they back something. Some boy them got pack something, but rather turn head and get what chanting. Girl pray up me like something. See me pretty face when they back something. Some boy them got pack something, but rather turn head and get what chanting. For the girl them I love me. She never blew with a R.E.D. Never knew she could feel so G. Too true when you talk about me. No man them above me. Too cute, too much D's. Too zoo and I'm off like G's. Allow the breeze, I kill them with ease. I got the hardest thing. Don't know say I'm tarnished things. Largest when I've hardest thing. Bro, we ain't about the bars I sing. We ain't about the size I bling. I got the thing to make them head swing like pull up the thing. Let me begin. Lift up the thing, Bredren. Can't dance calm my thing. Can't come around there raw and thing. My youth with a take off pitching. Raw now man see stars and thing. We don't want a bad mind. We don't want a bad mind like no. But we there on the front line. If them bad mind really want to go, that's my style, them I know. Why is it so dirty so? I'm so wild, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I roll. That's my style, them I know. Why is it so dirty so? I'm so wild, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I roll. My profile, my photo, all the girl them love me so. Them never will see me go, but them love when me come out. My profile, my photo, all the girl them love me so. Them never will see me go, but them love when me come over. That's a I, the R.E.D. Master of them ceremonies. Man, I hype whenever I speak. I'm so high, can't see the peak. Still telling guys, hush your beat, like it's 1993. I got vibes, I got steez, rolling trees like JCBs. Never tired, hardly sleep. Losing time is never cheap. I got rhymes, man got beats, and you know say man a do it. See them boys try to step and get left in last week. Them fails to get pricked, now them wet so blood clean. What I tell them, what I tell them, what I tell them. They don't know my heart, them sing. Hey, yo, baby, that's how I roll. Love me
So yeah, Matt, we started this in what, 2018? I think I was away in America, and like you were trying to operate my studio to various degrees of success, and you managed to record Redeyes though.
Yeah. I think we did a couple bits, and this was one of them. That was good. So yeah, it was when you were away, and I had free reign in the studio. I could use everything, kind of, and yeah, that's what came out of it basically.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, you probably did more of the heavy lifting on this, but it took the Bingarian touch to just shape it into a finished piece of music.
Yeah, so, you made it sound a lot better than it was.
Thanks. All right, so we have some winners for the competition.
Oh yeah, who have we got? Who's the first winner?
So we had,
or the only winner?
We had thousands of people text in,
of course,
and the first one was 132. 132. So if that's the end of your number, text in Instagram or a way of contacting you, like an email, and we'll send out.
Yeah, so 132, if you're still listening, hopefully, I can't see why you would have tuned out. Can you text back in?
Impossible to believe that anyone would turn this off, isn't it?
Exactly. Can you text back in and give us some way of contacting you, whether that's an Instagram handle, or we can just text your phone number, which you've already got, or just give us your name or some way of. But congratulations, 132.
Yeah.
Hang on, we haven't even said what it was. What was the track? What was the?
The track was High Contrast. If We Ever.
What label was it on?
Hospital Music.
Yes, and a great rendition of that track, I thought.
Exactly.
Props to you, Matt.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for an actual release now. I think
they should do that on
that
like a 7-inch
remix.
That would actually be a 6-7-inch.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, got a quick more shout. One more quick shout to Alix and the Jetlag crew locked in Los Angeles, and he says that we should discuss the relative merits of moving to America during COVID. Bare gigs, but bare madness. Which, sounds intense. Alix, send us some more information about your thoughts.
I've got a shout out Amy's 30th birthday today. That's from W via Instagram. So, Amy, happy 30th birthday.
From George W. Bush.
And I can't think of any better way to spend it than listening to us three on the radio. So, it's all downhill from here. So, up next is a track by myself and a guy called FaZe out of Belgium.
Not Face. Do you know what? I'm sorry, I'm going to call it again. Drum and bass needs more original names. We've got Face with a C and FaZe with an S. It's bollocks. I'm not going to stand for it.
You cannot say that on air at 5
I said it, and I'm not going to stand for it.
And he is currently living in Zurich, and we've done a few tracks together, and this is one of them, and I'm going to play it. And I like his name, and maybe he came up with it before Face. How do you know?
These are good points. I retract it. It's a good name. In your face. So I'm assuming if FaZe is in Zurich, this was one of these online specials we hear so much about.
Online special, yeah, remote.
How do you divide the workload up?
We exclusively have done it where I start the tunes and he finishes them.
Is this a regular thing?
We've done about 7 tunes together, yeah. Finished about 7 tunes, and that's a couple came my way first, as in he started them, and it didn't really work out. But we seem to have nailed this process of I start them and he.
You start me. You line them up. He knocks them down.
He bats them away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wicked. Okay, and what's the emotion you're going for with this tune? I feel it's being quite happy and melodic.
It's
quite gospel almost.
Almost gospel. I mean, you've got to have an air of optimism after the year we've just been through, and I think that's come through in the hi-hats, particularly in this tune.
Oh yeah,
they're very optimistic hi-hats, full of joy and promise and
the new birth.
A new birth.
Whereas the bassline melody is maybe slightly mournful.
Exactly, yeah.
Well,
that's looking back slightly on the last year.
Well, it's the contrast between the happy and the sad that makes the best dance music, in my opinion.
Exactly.
I call it melancholy euphoria.
Great term.
I would say this track reminds me of 2013 Room 2 Fabric Critical.
Room 2 mile
when
par.
there was like 4 people there at 10 to 11.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thanks.
One of them was me.
Yeah.
But you were leaving. Anyway, now, once again, we return to our regular feature, which is Hyroglilfics. And this is one of your tunes, Matt. This is called Forlorn V2. Again, a very happy title.
I think we should just rename the show.
The Gliffy Show.
Yeah, let's just rename it.
Yeah, it's your world, we're just living in it. Okay, so this is a recent one?
Yeah, this is coming out on my next EP on Critical at some point soon, hopefully.
You heard it here first. Banger that, mate.
Nice, very nice. Called Forlorn.
Yeah.
And who is Lorne that you've dedicated it to?
Lorne is a producer from America, right? Makes
You've dedicated it to them.
Lorne?
yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Lone.
No, Lorne's from the UK. Lorne is from America.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sick. Sick producer.
He's amazing. I got to say, all these tunes that you guys have been making recently has made me even more frustrated that I'm undergoing a full studio rebuild, which involves ripping the walls out, building a whole new stuff in things inside it, and all kinds of madness. And it's dragging. It's not dragging more than I expected. It's a big job, and
you can't make music while it's going on.
No, like the whole everything you've seen in my studio is in the back room in a pile, and the main room is now just like covered in sawdust and lost insulation and rock wool. It's gonna blow your tiny mind when you come through next, though.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, you should be.
Expect the work. As a building regulator would do.
Sometimes it's good to have that time off, though. Do you know what I mean? To recollect your thoughts and that's, you know what I mean? Like,
I've not done any of that. I still feel stressed and weird.
Have your thoughts been collected anyway?
In some ways, there's been, some of the thoughts have been happier recently than have been, in the last year.
Good.
So,
Good. Okay, so next track, I believe, is Imo Lu. I think I'm saying that right. Imo Lu or Imo Lu. It's called Circle. This was a pick by myself.
What label is this coming out on?
This is actually Hospital Records. This was on a Various Artists EP that I got sent on Hospital Records, and I heard the track and I thought, whoever's made this has got a good ear for harmony. It's got a nice, well-structured track. So I looked him up, and interestingly, if I said to you, describe to me the modern drum bass producer, you might say there's probably going to be a 20-something lad
from Bristol. Might
have just moved from the home counties to Bristol. Probably sharp trim, Stussy t-shirt.
Goes to
name like
DBS.
Yeah.
Hyroglilfics or something like that. And you'd probably be right. But I looked up this producer, and she is the antithesis of all that.
Well, she for a start.
She is a she, to begin with. She is also from Glasgow.
Aye.
She's a classically trained pianist from
I thought you were going to say trained plumber. I don't know why.
Yeah, Gary from Glasgow. No, she's a classically trained pianist from the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland.
How have you got all this info?
Yeah, you are frankly terrifying.
Have you ever heard of Google? I don't know if you ever used online.
Not to the depths that you use it, mate. Anytime we get a female producer in
here. Have you
ever
heard of Private Detectives? Don't know if you guys have used those. And anyway, yeah, she also composes scores for Scottish Ballet, the Royal English Ballet.
Wow. How tall is she?
Amazing stuff.
How tall is she?
She's 5'7" in heels.
And what hospital is she born in?
Yeah.
Come on.
Hospital Records. Hospital. Anyway, so all these things. I was like, well, this is what we're after. But it's proper diversity. Someone who's coming from outside of the box into making drum and bass, and that's the rich diversity that we're all looking for, isn't it? So, anyway, I just thought it was really interesting.
No, it's all joking aside. Sounds interesting. Let's see what it sounds like.
See what it sounds like. Yeah.
SWU. SWU.
Congratulations to Kimberlake for winning the competition. He's just messaged me on Instagram. Kimberlake, if you let me know where you're based, we will get a cassette and other prizes.
Unless it's out of the Schengen zone, in which case postage is just too expensive, to be honest.
Yeah. You have to fly over and collect it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only fair way to do it. I've got to give a shout out to my guy, Bad Boy Orange, out in Buenos Aires.
Sorry, what?
Bad Boy Orange, DJ Bad Boy Orange. That's his name. He's a sick DJ, and he's the reason I went out to Buenos Aires a few years back. Spent a week knocking about with him. Right. And I really enjoyed it, actually, because him and his missus have a great habit of an evening, once all the work's done, go for a walk around the city. And so just a great way to, because often you go to a city and you kind of see a hotel, an airport and a club. Yeah. But I was there for a bit of time anyway, and so every evening we'd go out, go for a walk around, look at, and he knows about architecture and stuff, so we'd go and see this various mad architecture. There's I think the central library is actually really sick. It's on some mad modernist brutalist architect from Buenos Aires. So yeah,
Bad Boy Orange, the sick architect from Buenos Aires.
He's not an architect himself. He's a sick DJ. But anyway, so yeah, big ups the Plus 160 crew out in Buenos Aires. I hope to get back once the madness is done. So yeah, I think this tune's great, isn't it? Very melodic, like you said.
You can tell she's a keys gal.
A keys woman.
We just got a text in saying, can we get an ID on this liquid banger?
Yeah, this is Circle by Imo Lu.
Imo Lu. Then they say it.
Okay, I think we now got the shocking part of the show where we don't play drum and bass.
What do we play?
We play one of my selections, and I'm gonna pause it and pull it back to the start because it is great. This is by the mysterious Client 03. It's called Love.
Oh, that's a cool tune, this.
Yeah, this is one of my favourites of the year, to be honest.
Yeah, it's great.
Limited edition white label, because I think it's a hot sample.
Yo, shout out to 394 saying Hyroglilfics once played Whips to me off his phone in some bird's garden. It was lit.
Right.
I don't remember that, but
how's that? Yep. I'm on.
That's it now.
Powerful.
Wow.
Some bird as well.
Some bird, yeah.
Wait, you were playing Whips off some bird's phone? What was the text?
Probably. Hyroglilfics once played Whips to me off his phone.
His own phone.
What was the bird's thing you said?
This is the bird's garden.
Some bird's garden.
Oh, in some bird's garden.
Is it Mario?
Oh God.
I got some shout outs on Instagram. Alejandro Alvarez says holla.
Hola.
Martin says, shout out to Martin in Bratislava in Slovakia. And Kimberlake who won the previous competition, has very kindly said that he'd donate a tenner to the charities that would have gone if he'd purchased the cassette. So shout out to you, Kim Lake.
Jeez.
We stand an icon.
Very kind.
Fantastic. Do you know what I want to say as well, like an IRL shout out? Apparently, Matt, you've met some people who enjoy our show in real life.
Yeah, I was doing like a practice for this Jazz Cafe show the other day, and yeah, shout out the guy who I saw outside. It was just bigging up the show, and generally bigging up Sam Binga. So,
well,
yeah,
obviously.
big up yourself.
But didn't you see someone in Bristol outside that show at the bakery, the CIA thing? You said I thought you said someone there who would listen to it as well. I met someone at the show recently as well who was like, "Oh, I love you guys' show." So there's at least 2 people that listen to this show and enjoy it. Probably more than listen to it, but in terms of actually listening to it and enjoying it, that's a more of a niche subset.
One more than expected as well, so
I'd say
that's good news.
All right, so in our next section, we're giving hope to the hopeless. It's a demo review bit.
Yes. Yeah, we're up to that stage already. Let me check my notes. RE demo. Oh yeah, so what we got first? We've got Lencey, haven't we?
Lencey, what are you doing?
So as per normal, we pitch to the wide world to send your demos in for us to review or roast or check. And the first one is, as you said, Lencey. What's it called?
It's called What You Doing brackets dub.
There you go. Just really let it play, and then.
Well, this is the intro bit. It's just drums. Who cares?
Well, you won't know that yet because you haven't listened to it.
I don't care.
It might change in something.
It won't.
There you go. So if you want to send in your demo to be roasted before it's dropped, then the email address is...
You know what? I don't want to let it drop. I think we just go over this.
SWU 103.7 FM.
Alright, so lads, what do we think? I mean, I'll start, seeing as you're putting your headphones on still. I think it sounds pretty solid. You know, mixdown sounds tight. It's got all the things that drum and bass does.
Drums,
bass, some spooky reverb, a little gun cocking sound before the drop.
I think it's cool. Yeah, it's very in vogue in terms of the critical sound. You know, I can see why he sort of sent it over to us. And yeah, like I said, it's well mixed, it's clean, sounds like he knows what he's doing. I actually looked him up. He's studying at BIM, so it's
a great tune, and you can tell he's had really good instruction.
Yeah, exactly. So he might be one of your students. I don't know. See what?
Oh shit. I mean, oh heck.
But yeah, it's cool. I'd say my personal, if I had to say something negative, or not saying negative, but turn negative into a suggestion, it would be maybe a bit more humanised percussion, because it's quite straight sounding percussion. That'd be the only thing. But
I think the bass could go a different note every now and then, even if it's just up an octave. You know, just a bit of a different bass. You know,
that
was the bass there.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think like there's a lot of tunes that sit on that. There's a lot of tunes around that sit in that one note, and I want to hear some stuff that just doesn't always do that. You know, it works, but like
get yourself a MIDI keyboard.
Like Matt Skinner said, let's push things forward. All right, up next we have the second demo. This is by Housty, and it's called Grace.
Yes, also from Bristol.
Interesting. A plan might start to form.
103.7 FM.
Alright, so thoughts on the second demo, Housty, Grace?
I like the drums. The drums sound pretty nice.
Bit of swing on them, yeah. A little bit more humanised percussion, I'd say, than the first one.
I think there's definitely an element of influence from people like Halogenics and Hyroglilfics probably in that track. So
Are they not the same person?
Would be interesting to hear Matt's thoughts on that. Cause it's a cool tune. I like it. It's got a nice bit of emotion to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sounded good. Yeah, I like it.
There you go.
Good little
in-depth feedback from Hyroglilfics there.
That's why he sent it in.
Elements and shit.
I mean, we were thinking that maybe as you're both in Bristol, maybe you should get together and date.
Yes, and when you finish that date, make some sweet, sweet, sweet tunes.
Yeah.
Together.
And when you finish making the sweet, sweet, sweet tunes.
Get to the love making.
Exactly. Alright, up next, who's this? Xplain, Brighter Days family.
Oh yeah, this was my non-drum bass choice. This was a family friend of my missus, Rose. She said, oh, you check out this guy called Isco. He makes tunes, and I checked him out, and they're kind of on the sort of garagey, old school roadsy vibe. What's going on here? You're pointing behind me.
I got a friend turned up.
Who's your friend?
He's from LA, mate.
You brought someone in?
Yeah. Because you guys just aren't cutting it. You're not exotic enough.
Who's this then? Oh, it's a geezer.
It's a geezer, yeah.
It's a geezer. I thought you were the lady friend or something. Or maybe it is.
Carry on with your story, mate.
Sorry, yes.
You're easily distracted.
Anyway, so he makes sort of like very sort of Rhodes influenced 90s sounding stuff, and this is a collective he's part of called Brighter Days Family, and I listened to it and I thought, yeah, it's a cool tune, I'll stick it on the show.
And here
Because
we
I haven't
are.
got any friends to bring, so I actually provide music. That's it. That's it.
I mean,
anecdotes.
Weak. That's nice, that, Matt. Yeah, tastes a bit of bumping house.
It's a cool tune, isn't it?
Anyway, I think you might have heard earlier that we gave a shout out to the Jetlag crew in LA, and randomly one of them has turned up live, flown in from LA. We have DJ, aka Foreign, from LA inside, who's knocking around Bristol for the summer. DJ, you want to say hello?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Get very close to the mic.
This is DJ. I produce and DJ under Foreign, representing the Jet Lag crew out in LA, representing Into Dust Desert Festival.
A lot of representation.
Yeah.
And you said Jet Lag crew, was it?
Yeah, Jet Lag
Jet
crew.
Lag, yeah.
Are you feeling jet lagged now?
Nah, I've been here like 3 months.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Getting over it now.
Finally over it.
By now, yeah.
So, do you play a lot of drum and bass in LA? Is there a lot of drum and bass? There's Respect crew, I know. Machete and those guys.
Yeah, there's Respect.
Do you guys play a bunch of it?
I'm the only one. Alex Beijing Junglist, who I also do the Jet Lag with, is completely sworn off drum and bass at this point. Purely UK bass bangers.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's kept that quiet. I must have taken him off the promo list.
Sorry to hear that.
But yeah, so we'll do like a multi-genre night. So we got one guy who does dubstep. I'll do drum and bass. Alex will do, some UK bass, night bass type stuff.
And how are you finding Bristol in your visit over here?
Oh, it's amazing. Good vibe. Everyone's so nice. Everyone is so down to earth. Everyone's doing cool creative stuff. It's nice.
Where's that then?
Bristol, UK. All right, wicked. Well, yeah, listen, glad you could come down. And big up the Jet Lag crew. Up next, we've got a Watch the Ride tune Workforce remix.
Do you want to give any shout outs while you're here?
Oh, yeah,
DJ?
quickly.
Back home.
Yeah, shout out Into Dust, shout out Jet Lag, shout out the whole SoCal bass music, house, techno, electronic music community. Represent.
There you go.
Any ladies to give a shout out to?
Definitely not.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, this one is called That's the Ship.
I love ships.
It's about ships and international shipping, which is obviously a hot topic, what with Brexit, COVID, and the rest of it.
And the Suez Canal.
Yeah. All right.
I think it was inspired by that, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
That's the ship that blocked off all the trade coming into the country.
Well, and this next one, Taxman Bring the Danger, is actually also about the danger of our traffic light system of COVID between different countries.
Yes.
And quite a political track by him. Who chose this one?
This was my choice.
For that reason, I imagine.
This is Taxman Being Danger. And as I'm sure you're all aware, there's only two certainties in life, as we always say. Death and Taxman.
Death and New Players Records.
Taxman bringing the ruckus on players with a new release. And this is no exception. Quality tune, crispy drums, big bass. We love to see it. tune, big tune.
Big tune. I've got to give a quick shout out to Millicent #1, who's hit me up on Instagram. He's locked in from sunny BS7.
He was the last month's winner of the competition.
Do you know what? This is why we do these competitions, engender loyalty. We give them stuff and they listen back.
Oh, actually, Miles, who's Millicent, I've just delivered your prize to the SWU Studios, so it is sat in Ollie's office for you to collect. So,
yeah,
go ahead and don't get too excited though, because it's only my EP. So, take your time.
Be very excited. It's a great EP from a lovely man.
There's some stickers in there as well to bulk it up a little bit.
It's nice. I like this. Now he's got the hot pants in.
It's cool, isn't it? And like that sort of the K on the Amen sort of opens up a little bit towards the end of the 16 bars. Matt's making some signs like he's got some text. We got some text on the phone.
No, that wasn't very interesting, but shout out to the 607 saying, "Hi guys, big fan of the show here. Love all your productions as well. Do you guys do any tutoring? Would love to know your secrets for my own tunes. Cheers, Dylan Jar."
The fun news on the text. All right, I think up next it's time for our traditional and much loved feature, Turbo Island Discs.
Yes.
And as we say, flying in from New Zealand, it's the man like Alix Perez.
Yeah, flew in just for this. Popped over to Turbo Island Discs to interview him. Turbo Island, sorry. And for any listeners who aren't acquainted with the show, it's a segment of the show where we ask someone, if you were stuck on Turbo Island for the evening, what one track would you take there? And as you said, we brought over Alix and asked him that very question.
If anyone not familiar with Alix Perez, he's like Sustenance, but not quite as hot.
Exactly.
Yo, this is Alix Perez, and the track I'd like to take to Turbo Island for the night would be No Water Gets Enemy by Fela Kuti, for a bit of calm amongst the madness. So there you go. That's my choice. Big up.
Fela Kuti, I love him. Amazing.
Yeah, great choice, Alix. And I can see that working on Turbo Island.
Definitely. I can see the Turbo Island professional drinkers having a good time with that as well.
Yes.
And Perez in the middle conducting it all.
Looking good.
Yeah. Matt, are you a Fela Kuti fan?
Yeah, I like saxophone.
Good. Great commentary, as always. Okay, up next we have, I think it's one of your choices, Matt, About You by Visage featuring La Ville, and this is the Perez 3am mix.
Yeah. This is a Alix Perez remix of it.
Are you just going to say what I've just said once again? What album is it coming on?
I think I've done a remix album on 1985, which should be coming out soon, and this is part of it, similar to that one that Matt played earlier.
Yeah, I think I've got some on this album as
EP,
well.
yeah.
But we'll do that next month, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. Anything else to say about this? No. Okay, brilliant.
It's Visage.
You can only listen to it at 3 a.m. and that's it.
It's legally obliged in the NFT.
Any earlier or later, it's fucked.
It's what?
It's mucked.
It's mucked up, isn't it?
It's like a rush when I see you. My eyes don't know what to do. I'm swimming less in your greatness. No tide can ever stop this. I find it hard to think of anything but you. And as soon as I do, you are gonna move on to another one. A softer space, millennial and full of grace. Regal and fine, sweet and divine. Intertwined between my mind. I can't hide my feelings from you. But as soon as I do, I know you are gonna move on to.
That's a great remix, that.
Banging. And we also have a
celebrity
semi, a Bristol power mover and shaker locked in. Hold tight, Carly Heath, aka Bristol's nighttime economy advisor, who says, big up the demo gang. Gotta be brave sending their work to you guys. Some cold cussing coming through the airwaves. And you know what? In a sign that this radio show is not controlled by Bristol politics, I'm going to say no. I think we're quite gentle as it happens.
Oh, we were quite gentle.
You know, if you got to get in the kitchen, you have to be able to handle the heat of the gentle roast.
Yeah,
the mild roasting.
At best, it was a basting, I'd say.
Yeah. No, I thought it was. We were light with our negative comments
and tasteful with our seasoning.
And yeah, exactly. But there you go.
All right, up next is one of my choices. This is El Major. Do You Know? This is dropped now on Astrophonica. 160 vibes, maybe 164, but lower tempo anyway. Jungly vibes, good Apache. And yeah, I think he's normally known for more of his garagey stuff. He's on Club Glow, I think, with Borai and Denim Audio and all them boys.
Sick.
He released a couple of garage tunes recently, didn't he? Maybe on this EP that were quality.
Yeah, it's a great
really
EP.
Good. Really
Big ups Fracture as well, Astrophonica Gang, and of course El Major and Borai, who is Bristol based. So yeah. Fuzzy Cozzy, thoughts on this? Because I know me and Matt play quite a bit of 160. What about yourself? You feeling that vibe?
Can't stand it myself.
Yeah, fair enough.
I love everything from 155 down and 165 up, but anything in between, I will not touch it.
Unacceptable pish.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Nah, what do you reckon, seriously?
That's good. It's great. I really like that guy's stuff, El Major. He's, I like the people that sit in that world when they can turn their hand expertly to garage, jungle, anything really beyond sort of technical drum and bass sort of stuff.
I feel like you aimed it expertly at me.
No. I was specifically looking over your head because I didn't want you to get that impression. No, but there's a lot of these people that sit in that world, like Sully, for example, that sit in that world where they just make all this sort of range of music, different tempos, different styles, really well done. And El Major seems like he's one of those guys.
And do you feel your niche is to make one style?
Specifically one style, not very well. I've gone the other way.
Yeah, you've got to find the lane and sit.
You've got to find your own niche, haven't you? And I think if you just make one particular sound averagely,
that's
hopefully
how you stand
someone
out.
will pick up.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's demos at critical-music.com, right?
Yeah, I've been sending them for years.
All right, so up next we've got the Artist Spotlight, and we've done a little bit of a switch this time. We've gone for Machinedrum, but specifically Machinedrum's remixes. And the first one is one of my choices, but in general, I think Machinedrum is, the controversial statement, he's really sick, isn't he? Does loads of amazing music.
Yeah, I felt the remixes kind of came about. It wasn't like a planned thing, right? It was just kind of that's all what we sort of gravitated towards.
We all happened to pick remixes, didn't we?
Yeah.
I was going to say we should get that quiet, but no, obviously he's made loads of amazing stuff, but for me, it's often been his remixes that in my sets that I've drawn for. Because I think with the original stuff, he's made loads of really wicked albums that you can just sit and get lost in. But yeah, for club-wise, his remixes really hit the spot. This first one is Young Thug Stoner, and it's a Machinedrum footworky kind of remix, where it's the Machinedrum Duke edit, and this has definitely saved my bacon in America a few times, where you're not playing to such a clued-up crowd. So yeah, with no further ado, Machinedrum versus Young Thug.
SWU.
I'm stoner.
Thanks for that, Matt.
I thought that was part of the tune. That was you, was it?
Are you, Fuzzy Cuzzy, are you, I know your taste in hip-hop maybe lean a bit more 90s. Are you a Young Thug fan?
Yeah, no, I sort of do prefer what's kind of commonly known as sort of boom bap hip-hop.
Did you see Gunna bought Young Thug like a pink Bentley or some shit something recently?
And yet we've been friends for how many years?
Yeah. Soon. It's coming away.
Okay, wicked.
I'll get you the Phantom.
Excellent. I get the what's Mercedes fancy? I'll get the Maybach in return.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the Maybach. Yeah.
Once S&M really starts popping, that hip hop money.
We're on the Maybach.
The Maybach. Yeah, I'll get your pink Maybach.
Not the Maybach.
So you're not a fan of Young Thug. What do you think of this remix?
I appreciate all forms of music. Just
All right, moving on swiftly from that high praise there. This next up, I think it's your choice, Matt.
Yeah, this is Machinedrum's Regis Chilbin remix by Eprom. When this first came out, I thought it was pretty sick. It kind of like changed a lot of things. boundary-wise, for what could be done in electronic music. So here we go.
Powerful words.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Words.
Do you know what? I really missed this era of like bass music. It was kind of as I was popular for a while.
Oh, that week, was it?
It was, yeah. 5 to 7 day period. I don't know, it just felt really fun and fresh. Partly because I guess it was like I was having stuff happen at the time. But yeah, I don't know, it just felt pretty open. Like, this tune's mad, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I forgot how hectic it was, actually.
It's great, though. Like, you could play it and people would absolutely lose their ish.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, up next, I believe it's your choice, Matt.
Yes, it is my choice. Mine's probably a little more vanilla than your choices, your Young Thug and EPROM choices.
Your Young Thugs and your EPROMs.
Young Thuggeries. I've gone for a remix by Stray, who many of our listeners will know as Stray and as 1/3 of Ivy Lab.
How much fractions of Ivy Lab?
That's 33.3% as a percentage.
But half as a current percentage.
Previously 33%, and he's bought some shares, and he's now 50% shareholding in Ivy Lab. And yeah, this is a track called Movement. It came out on Stray's EP, sort of 2014. This remix came out 2015. It's got an amazing sort of break behind it that sort of elevates the whole original track. And I remember first hearing it when I was driving through LA, in fact. Ooh. Your hometown, DJ. And I remember hearing it and going, this is the perfect soundtrack to driving through Los Angeles.
Best thing I heard driving through LA was a Christian channel, and it was broadcasting a service, and there was just like a preacher chatting absolute hellfire and damnation, but also salvation. But the organist was sick, and like the whole thing started off kind of chilled. And like the preacher would say something like, and you know, and the organist would like a little chord like, and you know the Lord would come through in your time of need. And just over like the course of about 10 minutes, it got more and more intense. It was absolutely amazing. The preacher and the organist were in full sync. I actually saw Stray this weekend. He was down playing an Ivy Lab D&B set, yeah, for the hospital all day at Motion.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go.
You know what? I've not heard that before. That rolls like a mother flipper.
It's great, isn't it, that tune?
Yeah, it's really good, that.
Really cool.
I was just saying off air that we'd love to hear some more Stray solo stuff.
Yes, Stray, if you're listening, which almost guarantee you're not.
No, he said he's a big fan of the show.
Is he?
Yeah, most of it, 2/3 of it, not your bit so much.
Yeah, he tunes out, he's got his little stopwatch on. Well, there you go, I'll let someone else say it to you, Stray, so you can hear it, but make some more solo stuff.
Yeah. Up next, we have... before that, I've got to give a shout out to Charlie Bricks, who is locked in.
Long-time listener.
Long-time listener.
Our number one fan, our original fan.
Yeah.
And SWU alumni.
What can I add to that? Alright, up next, we got Samurai Breaks, Turbo Rave Artillery on Hoover Sound.
Oh, this is my choice. Yeah. Big tune.
There you go, wait for this description. This is going to be good. It's
got some bass.
Yeah, there we go.
Are there drums?
A little bit of drums. Yeah, no, a sick tune from him, to be honest. Like, I haven't really heard anything like this before, so...
Wow, high praise.
Yeah, it's cool.
I guess Samurai Breaks may be known for that kind of Sheffield off-me-nut world.
Booty bass kind of style stuff.
I feel like he might be involved in some new direction with this, perhaps.
Maybe, yeah. Similar beginnings, but an
But a
interesting
different
new
outcome.
direction.
Yeah,
exactly.
nice.
Yeah,
There we go. That's quite a lot, that tune.
Quite a lot. I mean, if you weren't awake, you are now.
Yeah, and if you were awake and driving, you've either got home quickly or crashed.
Hopefully former.
So that's on Naina and Sherelle's label, Hoover Sound, Guaranteed Rave Artillery. What's it called? Turbo Rave Artillery, and it is Guaranteed Rave Artillery.
It is.
Alright, up next, we've got another fresh bit on Astrophonica. This is the return of More Sounds, who's been missing in action for a long time. And this is called Show Your Respect, and I think you'll agree it's a classic More Sounds vibe.
Just play it quickly.
I'm missing More Sounds, to be fair.
SWU.
Show your respect.
Speaking of French, got to give a quick shout out to my friend Charlotte Neuville, aka New City, out in Paris at the moment, or possibly in Normandy. Hope you're well.
You're pointing at me to say something.
I thought you wanted to say something.
No, I was saying we probably want to say goodbye because the next show's coming up imminently.
Okay, yeah, last tune then quickly before we have Alternate on is
Alternate stepping up
track.
Any guests this week, Alternate? No guests. You just got Alternate in its purest form, the best way. Not being diluted with guests like Paul Jube that we're not bitter about.
Not in the slightest.
Goodbye, I think we should say.
This has been The Critical Show with me, Sam Binga.
And me, from Concept.
And me, Matt too, aka Hyroglilfics.
Matt Squared.
Let that
Catch you in a month.
Let that sink in. Take a moment, breathe in. Hold on, just wait. Let that marinate. Let it go do its thing. Have some thought on it. It's okay, be late. Let that marinate. Get yours, get mine. Hold the line. Tell them take time. Let that marinate. You don't need to rush. Best when you wait for it and get that in the long run. Trust, just let that marinate. Let that sink in. Take a moment, breathe in. Hold on, just wait. Yeah, G, just let that marinate. You don't need to stress, man. Just be cool with it, yeah. And then go get that trust. Just let that marinate. You don't need to rush that. Get that, you done that. You can always come back, yeah. Just let that marinate. Let time go do its thing. Hold yourself, Bredren. Then see what shoes you're in. Let that marinate.